So like I said, to hold all of this in place, once you start working on your little voice and you start making progress, you must stay accountable. And probably the most powerful way to stay accountable, whether it's a team, a family, a business, or most importantly in this case yourself, is by creating a personal code of honor, which is a part of the topic of this book that I wrote as a Rich Dad Advisor book called The Team Code of Honor, which is a bestseller in multiple languages around the world. Why is the code of honor so important? Because it becomes a statement not only of you, but of your values, what you stand for. If you value love, if you value friendship, if you value support, if you value integrity and honor, then these are things that you want to set up rules that protect you. Remember I said earlier, when emotion is high, your intelligence tends to be low, correct? So in those moments, we don't think clearly. For example, when was the last time you were really upset? You said something that you regretted saying later because you were in a moment of upset? Have you ever done that? Of course you have. We all have. That's why you have a code of honor and a team to hold you accountable so that in those moments there's something that forces you to make the right decision. So grab your workbook, and what I'm going to ask you to do is you're going to create in this section your own personal code of honor. And all I'm going to ask you to do is to create a couple sets of rules. Rules for yourself. And if you want to do another set of rules for your business, that's fine. But at least a set of rules for yourself, maybe 5 or 6 rules. Rules like I'm willing to take personal responsibility, no blaming, no justifying, no denying anymore. That would be a great rule to have. I'm willing to go to the gym 3 days a week. That's a great rule to keep if that's what you're looking for. I'm willing to be a good listener and listen to everybody all the way through to make their point before I make a comeback. I mean, that's one for me because I have a tendency to want to cut people off, but I want to be a great listener. Does that make sense? Tell the truth. Always operate with honor and integrity and honesty. These are rules these are rules for me, but you have rules for yourself. You know, my wife and I have rules in our relationship. We have rules like never go to bed in the middle of an argument, which actually is kind of her idea for that rule. I kind of go along with it, but the reason we have that rule is because we will stand in the heat no matter what, however long it takes to get to resolution. We have other rules, like there's no exit clause in our relationship. Now, I'm not saying that's for everybody, but that's in our relationship. We have that rule because we are not going anywhere. No matter what happens in our relationship, we will stick together and work it out. Be 100% loyal, no playing around. We speak every day, no matter where we are in the world. And probably the most important one of all is this one. If an argument between us goes on for longer than an hour, we call a timeout and we seek outside counseling and coaching because at that point we know our little voices are engaged. It has nothing to do with the other person. And you want to know something? My first marriage lasted about 1.5 years. My wife and I, at the time of us creating this program, have been married 26 years. 26 years. And you know why? Because we have a personal code that keeps our little voices in check and forces us to do the things that we know we want to do, that we know we got in relationship for. Create a code of honor for yourself. Create one for your relationship. Create one for your family, whatever's important to you, but at least for yourself. Post it someplace. Share it with somebody because you're going to break those rules sooner or later because we're all human. And when you do, you call yourself on it or you have your mate call you on it, whatever the case might be. Don't beat yourself up. Make the correction and move forward. I can tell you that no great organization, no great culture, no great religion, no great individual ever became great without a strong set of values and a set of rules. Not just values, but rules that protected those values. Do one now and share it with your significant other if you have one. I guarantee you it's going to make a very, very big difference. Accountability.